Hey everyone, welcome to Game 2 of this Best of 3 series from the second round of the Gamecom Open tournament. It is from a tournament organized by Gamecom, and it is open, so free to register to anyone who is willing to play bronze from Grandmaster, and we even have a few pros in this tournament as sixjaxVibe is. In the first game, he actually won quite convincingly, and we had to expect it against his opponent, datdarndude. And datdarndude, I don't know what league he's in. He didn't play very badly, but he had a composition that was so vulnerable to infestors, and obviously sixjaxVibe actually got infestors, fungled that whole army about 4 times. It just disappeared in front of our eyes and won it hands down. Now, Vibe, as I said, he is well known to have that crazy high APM. You can see it peaking at 600. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I try and spam away APM as fast as I can barely peak at like 400. I can peak at like 550 if I have about 100 lings that I turn to banelings by just holding down the E key. But I mean, 500 APM is just sick. He averaged about 300 in that last game, so that is intense. His opponent, datdarndude, is actually going to try and sneak a pylon here, but that Overlord will spot it, and he knows what is going to be coming, throwing down a very early pool actually, and not throwing down any gas, so that it was a very, very early pool. Going to try and cannon rush his opponent, but these lings will be up in time. I think this will be very borderline here at this point. And these lings are going to be up. Is he going to be able to surround that cannon and take it out? He will be able to. He will lose a few lings, but that queen is about to hatch as well. That even the probe trying to get on some action here. Killing that initial cannon was huge, and he will be able to actually kill the rest of these. That queen going to join the fray here, and it is going to... Vibe is actually going to push this away. These 3 lings and that queen will be enough. And dude not doing any damage at this point. He has lost a lot of mining time. He has sacrificed some workers, and you can see actually 13 to 11 harvesters. And at this point, the Protoss player is actually supposed to be ahead in harvesters. In case you don't know, in the very early game, the Protoss will be ahead in harvesters. It's just when that Zerg player gets the second base that he actually just booms ahead in harvesters. So huge lead now by Vibe. He is actually throwing down a proxy hatch in his opponent's base, and this could actually work very well if his opponent doesn't have vision of this. One cannon could completely deny this, but you do not want some spine crawlers or lings in your main base that is just asking for it. Now the hatchery finished, 1 queen being produced, as well as a drone for that spine crawler, and look for a very fast game here. Vibe will be able to stream units directly into the main base of his opponent, and now it is actually just now starting the first spine crawler. I don't even think that dude sees this as of yet. That queen is about to pop. Second spine crawler already starting, and with that queen popping up, actually nice reaction here by that darn dude, just bringing all the probes out to kill the spine crawler. These 2 zealots will be able to take it out, but that is just a pain to deal with. These 3 lings in the front of the base are still a potential for harassing. Now lings in the mineral line gonna try and harass as many probes as possible, losing a few lings, not actually killing any probes as of now. And this hatchery hasn't done much. Unfortunately, the spine crawlers weren't able to come up just in time. Now mining 2 gases and completely saturating that second base, throwing down 2 spine crawlers in front just to be safe. But Vibe is still in the main base with 1 ling. That hatchery finally goes down, gonna run away those zealots from the broodlings. These broodlings gonna go for the mineral lines, get the surround on those zealots, but unfortunately they all die before doing any kind of hull damage to the zealots. So these players are actually, Vibe is so far ahead at this point. He is 40 to 19 harvesters. He has more than doubled his opponent's harvesters. Now throwing down a Baneling Nest and a Macro Hatch. He will be going all in, try and Baneling bust this. These Zealots are actually pretty vulnerable to Baneling busts. They are kind of sturdy, but enough Banelings do a lot of damage, especially since they tend to clump up so much. Another Gateway being thrown down. He will most likely get a few sentries out just to force field that ramp. But I don't know what he can do at this point. There are just going to be so many units streaming in from Vibe soon. As soon as that Baneling Nest finishes, look for that mass Lings and Banelings. He already has 50 harvesters on 2 bases. He has his Macro Hatch and 3 Queens all ready to produce mass amounts of units. Already has a 4 gas, his lair almost complete. He is just looking so well, and 22 Lings being produced. Where did he actually rally those Lings? He has rallied them inside his expansion, but now sending them to kill off the rocks at the gold base. During that time, he is expanding at his 3rd base, and still 55 to 25 harvesters. That is a huge lead. Now his opponent is going to move out with a lot of Zealots and a few sentries. This is very potent against this mass Ling build, but a few well-placed Banelings could actually ravage this. You can see how clumped up they are. If he doesn't split this correctly, he could lose them all to only the Banelings, and the Lings could be able to clean up whatever is left. He is going to move in here. Some Banelings are going to actually run back. He should have engaged this. Gonna get the surround here. Nice force fields by his opponent, but for some Banelings coming from the sides, exploding on the Zealots, and this is going to be way enough Banelings to clean all of this up. You can see all the Zealots in the red now just dying, and that is going to be game soon enough. He is going to be able to attack straight up into his opponent's main base. There is nothing here to defend except for 2 Zealots and a cannon. If he so chooses to, Vibe could actually end the game right now. He decides to just take down the rocks before, and it's now 62 to 28 harvesters. You can see 48 Lings, 7 Banelings on the map, 114 supply to 42 supply. And, well, I don't know what to say at this point. He even has drops, so he's just going to drop straight up in the main base. There they go. They are going to load up in these overlords, and 31, 34, 17 more Banelings in production. You can see there are now 43 Banelings on the map, still more being produced. 52 Banelings at this point. Dude trying to expand at the far end of the map here, not going to do anything. These overlords are all full of Banelings heading for the main base. They could actually just destroy this main nexus one shot and not do anything else. So one Stargate actually starting and gonna do whatever it can to prolong this game, but these drops are now coming in the main base for Vibe. Expect these to come just in front, so when this army moves back, he will be distracted. All these Banelings go on top of the main army. This second wave of Banelings will finish it off, and that is going to be game. These Banelings just dropping in the mineral line. You can see there are only 21 harvesters left, all transferring. And Dude gives the GG. Vibe will be moving forward in this tournament. And now that we know the results, I can actually spoil round 3. Vibe either got 2-0'd or did not show up for his round. Unfortunately, Vibe is out of the tournament. It happened to Moonan as well. He did not show up for his round because he was playing the GSL. And unfortunately, these players are out of the tournament, so we only have Cheesy left, as well as another Czech 6 player. I don't remember his name right now. Hopefully they will send us their replays so we can follow their progression in the tournament. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and look for the next games.